Oh, okay, we're back. All right, so let's go back to the later. Here's a boomerang I found. I got like 10 of them hanging around my office. Now I said to put washers in the middle. We could do that. One of the reasons that I think they said to put washers in there is because when you take this off, when you undo this guy, let me undo him here. Uh, uh, Without trying to break the rubber band. Oh, I broke the rubber band. That's one of the problems. So yeah, all right. So when you start to put the rubber band on, if you got a washer there, you can kind of like get the rubber band through the washer, you know. Or if you want, you could use get 4 paint sticks and do this, and do it with pennies, and just epoxy the pennies together, like 4 or 5 pennies together. Because one of the things that you might be able to do is if you use pennies, you might be able to go to Google and get the weight in grams of what the penny is. Now, remember to make it kilograms, because that's going to be the other tricky measurement you're going to need. There's 2 tricky measurements for this. One is going to be the radius when you actually throw the thing. Now, finding the actual measurement of we were playing with the Fresnel lens. We've got a giant Fresnel lens that we shoot this with the sun and burn it. Can't do it today. It's kind of a cloudy day. Willie Nelson. Anyway, well, they tell me I'm an uncloudy day. All right, so when we got this, when you take your measurements, do it in centimeters, then convert those to meters. So this one is right up to here is 30 centimeters. And then take another measurement from that, and I've got 35.7 centimeters. So the length of stick for me, oh, I forgot to go get what I printed off here. The length of stick for me is 35.7 centimeters, which would equal 0.357 meters. Okay, 0.357 meters. All right, and then if I was going to use, I was just thinking about that, you know, because you could just put some Gorilla Glue on there and Gorilla Glue like 3 or 4, and then use a different paint set, or just pop them off. If you want to do the other, to put the 4 in the corners and change its moment of inertia. Remember, which is how quickly it can spin. All right. So I wanted to show you that. Now let's take a look at this paper. So length of paint stick, show you, and then radius of the paint stick. I'm going to take the length and divide that by 2. Mass of the washer or penny or whatever you want to use. I kind of recommend the penny because you'll be able to look up the mass of that thing. The mass of the boomerang with the rubber band. Now you might want to take each of the parts. Now where can you go? I want to know, where can I go to find to get the mass of these things? You might have, if you're an older adult and you're married, your wife may have a kitchen scale, which for measuring ounces and stuff like that. If any of you have been on Weight Watchers or anything like, which as you can tell from the video, guess who I'm calling right after this? No, anyway, they have you buy those little food scales or something like. I don't want you to go buy one. I know the post office supports public education, so if you went to the post office with your stuff, they would weigh that. They would give you what the weights were, and you would ask for it not in ounces, but if they gave it to you in ounces, you'd have to come home and convert it to grams then to kilograms on Google, which is pretty simple. Once again, trust me, you can do Google. You can go to Google. I'm hoping this is Google. I think this is the Yahoo, but anyway, yeah, Yahoo. But if you wanted ounces to grams, there you go. So if they tell you, oh, your stick weighs 0.75 ounces, there you go. That's how many grams you are. Then you divide that by 1,000. So it's not hard. It's not hard. The hard part will be getting a nice, good measurement for what the and if you want to email me and come in and have I'll go break out the scales from the lab, and we'll set up a time. It'll take 10, 15 minutes of your time at the most. And plus, I actually get to see one of you in person. That would be kind of fun. So if you want to come in and get a tour of the physics department and have your scale, have your whatever you're using weighed, then we can do that. All right. Okay, so I'm going to cut this one off because we're going to start doing some math here in a minute.